we are learning more and more about living in Baja. Like, you can get skydiving right on the beach for a lot cheaper than the US. That every dirt road is a potential hike with unusual finds. This morning, out on our morning walk this morning, came across this. Not uncommon in Mexico. And you'll notice the plates are gone. We've been finding cool places to eat. A restaurant called Mecate. Cool back area with a DeLorean. Sean's checking it out. Learning that Mexico time is definitely not like the US. And this is just one of them. We haven't been able to use it in over a week because it's taken them that long to get somebody out here Mexican time. We got to see the fire department, called Bomberos, have to work in some pretty rough terrain. Trouble in paradise. Fire department's there right now. It's really too bad. The wind is pretty bad today. Looks like they're starting to get it out. See? Good. No matter how many times you walk around the Cabo Marina, there's always something fun. We are in downtown Cabo, first night ever, and found these little frogs. Aren't they fun? Super cute. Trash day is often fascinating to watch. This is how they do trash collection in Mexico for our community. I would hate to have that job, but they do such a great job. That the beach is an excellent way to wear out your dog. Hi, Dee. So tired. But the biggest thing right now that's taking some getting used to is driving in Mexico. Stop signs. They're more of a suggestion than a rule. But the overall suggestion is, if you're not going to be in my way and I'm not going to be in your way, keep going, don't stop. I know. It's kind of fun. And they have speed boobies and they have lots of topes. A lot of the topes are marked, but beware of the unmarked tope. It will seriously launch your car. We say keep your head on a swivel because there's always cars that stop in places. There's things that look like topes but aren't. There's all these delivery trucks that drive insane. And yep, they'll just pull over and say keep going. There's bushes that smack your cars. There's all these little side roads that have no stop signs, and someone could come tearing out of that any second. There's people coming out of construction sites. And then there is, we know it's here, but if you don't, you're in trouble. The unmarked tope. Watch this. So, little tip for finding the topes and potholes and whatnot, get behind a local, do what they do, until you get to know the area. That's what we do. While driving in Baja is adventurous and different, somehow it all seems to work, and we really like it. Like, for example, every time you see a bunch of cars parked off to the side of the road like this, there's usually a really cool beach there. The best roads to get around Los Cabos are the federal highways, a lot of which don't have stoplights. So to get to a place on the other side, you have to use returnos. But to get to the Returno, you gotta take an off-ramp, which pop up quick. Although some of them are a lot easier to get to. When you're on the Returno, some of them you stay to the left. While some of them, you're gonna stay to the right. And some of them can really surprise you because they have their own set of rules. This coming up is what we call the freestyle Returno. Google Maps took us here one time with the van and told us to do a Returno right there. Yeah, no. And then there's some that look like this. These are traffic circles here. And the traffic circles always get backed up, but they have their own set of rules. Just think of them kind of like stop signs. We go, you go. And remember, like stop signs, if you're not going to be in anybody's way, keep going. And be sure to watch out for all those workers on the sides of the roads. But like we said, we kind of like it. But sometimes there are going to be traffic lights which will flash green before they turn yellow. So when you want to get to something on the other side, you just make a U-turn. But while you wait for the light, there's always something interesting to see. Never ceases to amaze me how they can pile things up on various... Yeah, and like trucks and motorcycles and the big, the big trucks in front are loaded like 5 times higher than the truck. And even with all the adventures of driving in Baja, Sean is brave enough to take a motorcycle ride. And there's those fun stop sign rules again. And the marked topes. And of course, the unmarked topes. And then the freestyle Returno. Yeah, that one's fun. But this particular outing, Sean went for a ride because this is all about adventures of driving in Baja. And wow, what an adventure he had. Unfortunately, even for Sean, this one was super strange, so he was too shocked to capture any footage. But he did share with me about his adventure when he got home. So what happened?
Kept heading up the coast, so I went past El Tule and then through the whole high-end mega resort.
On the coast of Azul.
Yeah, all past that. San Jose, looking for a Returno. You know what I mean? Like, oh, fuck. So I fucking finally, I'm like, okay, there's a Returno. Fucking pull over, go under the Returno, come out underneath the fucking bridge thing, start going. There isn't, like, usually there's a road right there, but there's not a road there. There's just a road going up. So I keep going on the road, and the sand's getting deep, starting to fucking sink, right? Fucking Jesus fucking Christ. So I'm like, I just gotta keep going up until I can find somewhere to turn around. So I fucking go up there, and there's this place, and I see it. I'm like, it's almost like a little oasis, right? Like there's like a little RAV4, some broke down piece of shit in a moped, you know what I mean? But it's like up there where you can turn around, right? So I pull up there to turn around, I'm breathing heavy still breathing heavy. So I pull up, take my helmet off, have a smoke, spit out my gum, have a smoke, breathing, you know what I mean? Like, fuck, that was fucking not good. Like, that could have just ended the fucking day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It would have been cool. Having a smoke. Fucking. And the sun's beating down, it's hot, so I fucking grab my jacket, take it off, put it in the saddlebag. Too hot for that. And I fucking put my helmet in the fucking other saddlebag. Sitting there on the smoke. Fucking. This dude walks up to me. Fucking. He's like, "Can I have a smoke?" You know what I mean? I'm like, you know me.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Fuck you, man, go away." I don't know. I was like, yeah. Smoke. Fucking smoke. You know, and he spoke decent English, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Oh, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm just riding around, checking shit out," you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Hanging out. And we're talking, and he's like, "You ever seen a chick with 3 tits before?"
You said that.
Yeah.
Okay, and?
But it was like, he said it in Spanish. He was like, "Tres titas," you know, I can't remember. It was
Tres
weird
mamas.
as fuck,
Yeah.
dude. Like the whole, I'm like, huh? Just trying to breathe, like get back into real life. And he's like, "Yeah, no, tres titas? Yeah, you know what I mean?"
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, no, then I'm like, "You're talking shit, right?"
Mm-hmm.
"No, dude, you're talking shit." And so I started fucking with it. You know, and I'm like, "No, you're full of shit." And he spoke like Marina English, you know what I mean? He knew what was up. And we're just bullshitting. It's like, "No, I'm serious. Tres titas." And I'm like, no, she lives right down the street.
And if you think that's weird, unfortunately, you're going to have to wait and visit our Patreon page to see the full story, because YouTube would probably get mad at us. The link for our Patreon's in the description below, and be sure to hit that like and subscribe.
It's a new day for a high. It's another day.
I feel like Stevie Wonder. An old person driving a RAV4 in Florida, killing pedestrians.